colossal case.
Either that guy really likes Avatar,
Or he's our killer.
With a cast of characters and a novel twist.
the butler really did do it.
Or did he?
No.
Yes. Come on.
ABC's Castle. All new Monday at 10/9 Central on ABC.
You and I and David Letterman, we're the Brotherhood of the Cracked Chest.
Robin Williams calls them the Brotherhood of the Cracked Chest Club. In a span of 10 years, some of the biggest names in entertainment and news, David Letterman, Regis Philbin, Williams, and Charlie Rose, each had dramatic open-heart surgery. Their stories playing out in headlines and on each other's shows.
This thing will not heal. The French surgeon who saved my life.
I walked on the treadmill and I was like, okay, get off the treadmill.
Please welcome, for the first time on The View, David Letterman. After my surgery, Letterman even appeared on The View, which I guess makes me a sister among brothers.
You've seen mine.
An extremely private man, Letterman rarely gives interviews. But when it comes to his operation, he didn't hesitate to open up his heart. David, was your surgery a matter of life or death?
Yes, I didn't know it at the time, but that's what everybody said.
It was January 13th, 2000. Letterman was taping his show to air the next night. He was lean and seemingly in good health. He sprinted onto his set, and after the show, he ran 6 miles.
I kiss you, David Letterman!
He told guest Regis Philbin about his high cholesterol and mentioned that he was having an angiogram the next day.
Yeah, no, I got to go have one of these angiogram things.
No kidding.
That's right.
Well, that's the best thing that you could do.
Well, it's a lifesaver, you know what I mean?
He got very serious. He began talking about this angiogram, and he wondered about, I had a couple of stents in the 90s.
You did?
Yes, I did. It is fascinating, though, to see, where it is blocked. This weekend you're going to do this?
Where have you not been listening to me? What the hell is wrong with you? I'm pouring my guts out here.
I know.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be much more serious than I thought, that he thought, that anybody thought.
God bless you.
God bless you, and Happy New Year,
My
Dave.
best of joy.
Good luck. Good luck this weekend.
No one knew, not even Letterman, that in a matter of hours he would be lying on an operating room table, his chest sawed open.
They put me on an angiogram and said, okay, it's conclusive. You have to have the surgery right now.
Zip, now,
Yeah,
boom.
they said it was on a Friday, and the guy said, we can't even let you out here for the weekend. I said, can I come back Monday and have it? And they said, no, it's too close.
So without that operation, that bypass operation, you'd be dead.
Massive heart attack, yeah. My father died at 57. I had the surgery when I was 53.
With 5 clogged arteries, Letterman underwent quintuple bypass surgery, hoping to avoid the same early exit as his father. When you described the surgery, you said it was barbaric.
Well, it is barbaric. One of the things I said, trying to lighten the mood in the room before they wheeled me off, I said, I don't care what happens, I just don't want to hear the bone saw. And everybody laughed because that's exactly where it starts.
Where did they get the new arteries from?
Ace Hardware.
Doctors took arteries from Letterman's chest and legs to perform the 5 bypasses. In recovery, Letterman woke up giddy to be alive, but the joy was short-lived when his medical team had to decide whether to remove his breathing tube.
You're gasping for breath and you can't breathe, but they won't take it out immediately. The kid there says, we have to have some indication that he's lucid or we can't pull this pipe out. And I am thinking, you dumb son of a bitch, if I was any more lucid, I'd shove the pipe up your ass.
Were you in pain?
No.
Don't you find that interesting? People think it's so terribly painful.
Our friend vitamin M has a little something to do with it. When you have that morphine drip,
Yeah.
I think that takes the edge off. Just knocks it down
How
a little
long
bit.
did you have the painkiller for?
I'm still using it. I mean, you're weak as a bunny. You've been hit by a train. It assaults every part of your system physically. So then the challenge becomes, can you walk to the reception desk? Can you walk a lap around the reception desk? Can you walk a half mile? Can you walk a mile? And 6 weeks after the surgery, I was able to run 5 miles.
How long was your recovery?
When you find yourself forgetting that you've had the surgery, I think the recovery is complete. And I enjoyed every minute of it, the good and the bad, because it was such a great drama. And I was the star of the drama, and nobody could really hate me because I was also the victim. So I felt like Betty Davis, which has happened before.
Some people get depressed. Did you get depressed?
I know what depression is. Depression is a black hole, and that's not what I experienced. There has to be some kind of release, because the assault on your system, mentally, emotionally, and physically, is amazing. It's horrendous. And I would find myself bursting into tears and sobbing uncontrollably with joy. Just
With
thinking,
joy.
oh my God, I'm alive. What have I lived through? Can you believe it?
Wait till you hear what happened to me.
5 weeks after surgery, Letterman returned to his late show. His guest that night featured 2 future members of the Crack Chess Club.
All right, Dave, everything okay? We just brought this in case something happened.
Robin Williams
It's good to have the big man back, isn't it?
and Regis Philbin. In 2007, Philbin had called Letterman for advice after he started experiencing symptoms, and then used the same doctors for his triple bypass surgery.
The night before, I'm watching Dave, and here Letterman comes on and he says, you know, Regis at 6 o'clock this morning is going to report to the New York hospital. He's going to get some work done on his heart. And I'll tell you what's going to happen to him. They're going to take him inside. They're going to take his clothes off, put him on a gurney, roll him into the OR room, and bust him open like a lobster. Who can sleep after that? I couldn't sleep a wink.
And then the next day you're going to have the
And then next morning I had to go in there, and oh my.
For Regis's wife, Joy, the surgery was no laughing matter. Were you scared?
When I really got scared was when I saw Regis in the ICU. He looked so fragile, and he couldn't really talk and make any sense. I saw our old lives just as a thing of the past. I thought, there goes my, he'll never be the same again. That's how I felt.
How do you like that? I'm learning this for the first time.
And he isn't. And he wasn't.
And I haven't been.
On the stage of the Ed Sullivan Theater, where laughter usually fills the air,
Oh, that's right.
I found a more reflective Letterman, not only about his heart surgery, but himself. Are you different?
After the surgery, many great things happened in my life, and chief among them was the birth of my son.
Yeah.
And without that surgery, I wouldn't have had a son. And without that son, I wouldn't have understood how, in every important way, your life only begins when you have a child. And I wouldn't trade that experience. Harry.
Named after your father.
Named after my father, yeah.
And did he change after the operation? Letterman says he tried to.
I wish I had a nickel for every time I did something that was just a personal setback. And I say to myself, see, you have the opportunity to be better, and yet you've just regressed. What's the matter with you? Why can't you keep trying to force some evolution in yourself? And it's difficult.
David, you make millions of people laugh.
I'd like to see the paperwork on that.
You don't think so? Tune in some nights. You talked about knowing depression as this black hole. Was that something you faced in the past?
Yeah, I've dabbled in it. There's a difference between being sad and being blue and being depressed and being chemically or clinically depressed. I do know the difference between those. And it's horrifying. Without some sort of medicinal